Hello everybody, hope all of you are well, and today I will continue the chapter aldehyde ketone and carboxylic acid. Last day I discussed that the acidic nature of the carboxylic acid. Today we will compare the different types of carboxylic acid and their acidic order. So we know that if we introduce some electron withdrawing group, it will increase the strength of the carboxylic acid, and if we introduce some electron donating group to the carboxylic acid compound, then it will decrease the strength of the carboxylic acid. Now acid strength increases with increasing the number of electron withdrawing substituents. So if we increase the number of electron withdrawing group, okay, definitely the acid strength will increase, okay, because these electron withdrawing group, if we think about halogen like chlorine, bromine or fluorine, okay, if we attach to the alpha carbon of a carboxylic acid, it will increase the minus I effect, that is called inductive, minus inductive effect, okay. So if I give the example here, you can understand better. So first I am writing the dichloroacetic acid. So this one is the alpha carbon. So in alpha carbon of acetic acid, 3 hydrogens are replaced by 3 chlorine group. Next, another example I am taking, that dichloroacetic acid, and another I am taking that monochloroacetic acid. So in this case, here the number of minus I group is more, 3 chlorine is attached, okay, definitely its acidity will be high, okay. So if we write the acidic strength, so it is highest acidic compared to this one and compared to this one. So here the number of electron withdrawing group, okay, that is 2 chlorine atom is attached, and here 1 chlorine. So this chlorine will attract the bonding pair electron towards itself because of its electronegative nature, and it will weaken the strength of this OH bond, okay. Now if we write the dissociation constant value, from there you can easily understand. So if we write the Ka value of this dichloroacetic acid, that will be near about is equal to 23,000 into 10 to the power minus 5 watt. But here the Ka value will be near about 5,000 into 10 to the power minus 5 watt, okay. And in this case, that in the monochloroacetic acid, its value will be around 130 into 10 to the power minus 5. So the value of Ka is higher. In case of trichloroacetic acid, definitely the strength will be higher, okay. So the order will be like this. This one is the most acidic, then acidic order, then it is less acidic compared to this one, and this one is the less acidic. Next we will discuss the acid strength increases with increasing the electronegativity of the substitutes. Suppose if we think about the 4 different halogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, we know that electronegativity of fluorine is greater than chlorine, and chlorine electron is greater than bromine, then iodine, okay. So definitely if we attach one fluorine to acetic acid, its acidity will be higher, okay. But in case of chlorine it will be lower, and if we add bromine in, if we replace one hydrogen by bromine in acetic acid, its acidity will be lower than chloro, and the least acidity will be the iodine, okay. So here if I draw the example, then you can understand. This one is the fluoroacetic acid, then chloroacetic acid, then bromoacetic acid, and finally this one the iodoacetic acid. So in case of fluoroacetic acid, if we write the pK value will be near about 2.59. Definitely chloroacetic acid the pK value will be higher, that is 2.87. In case of bromoacidic acid, the value will be 2.90. So pK value is continuously increasing, and here in case of iodoacidic acid, the pK value 3.10. Okay, so here the electronegativity decreases from fluorine to chlorine to bromine to iodine, as well as pK value increases. pK value increases means acid decreases. So acidity order will be highest in case of fluoroacidic acid, then chloroacidic acid, then bromoacidic acid, then this iodine will come. Hope you can understand. Next we will discuss the acid strength decreases with increasing the distance between the electron withdrawing group and the carboxylic acid group. Okay, you know that the carbon next to the carboxylic acid called alpha. So if we attach one halogen to alpha carbon, then beta, then gamma, then definitely the as the distance is increasing, so inductivity will also decrease, so acidity also will decrease. Okay, so if I draw the example, then you can easily understand. So I am taking this example: CH3, CH2, CHCl, COOH. This one is the alpha. Okay. Next, CH3, CH2, CHCl, CH2, COOH. This one is the beta carbon. Then CH2, Cl, CH2, CH2, COOH. This one is the gamma carbonate. Okay. Now, as the here chlorine is attached to very close to the COOH group, because of its inductivity, the pK value will be lowest. Okay. So here pK value will be around 2.86. But if we consider this beta chloro acid, that means this one is the butyric acid or butanoic acid. That is 1, 2, 3 chlorobutanoic acid. So here pK value will be 4.05. But in case of 4 chlorobutanoic acid, the pK value will be 4.5. So the acidity order will be highest in case of alpha chlorobutanoic acid, then beta chloro, then this one will be the least acidic. Hope you can understand. Okay, this type of problem is very important for your exam purpose, and this type of things already I have discussed in class 11 when I discussed the inductive effect. Okay. Next we will discuss the acid strength decreases with increase of the size of the alkyl. We know alkyl group means plus I effect. So I have already told you that if we add some electron donating group or plus I effect, definitely it will decrease the acidity. So here we can take example so that you can easily understand. If we think about the formic acid, then acetic acid, then propanoic acid, then if we think about butanoic acid, here alkyl group is continuously increasing. Okay, so greater the plus I effect of alkyl group bonded to the CH group, lesser will be the acidic strength. Okay, so what will be the acidic strength? Definitely formic acid will be more stronger acid compared to the acetic acid, then the propanoic acid, then butanoic acid, the least acid. Okay. Next we will discuss the effect of substituent on the acid strength of aromatic acid. Suppose if the benzene ring is present in carboxylic acid, we can take the example of benzoic acid. So electron withdrawing group tends to increase, while electron donating group here also tend to decrease the acid strength of the substituted benzoic acid. Okay, relative to the benzoic acid. If we give one example, then you can understand easily. If we take the example of para-nitrobenzoic acid, and if we think about para-chlorobenzoic acid, If we compare with the benzoic acid, then what will happen? In case of nitro, it is more electron withdrawing compared to the chlorine. Okay, so this this para-nitrobenzoic acid is more acidic, okay, compared to the para-chloro, and para-chloro-chlorine has minus I effect also, so it is more acidic than benzoic acid. If we write the pK value, you can easily understand. So pK value of this para-nitrobenzoic acid will be around 3.45, but if we think about this para-chlorobenzoic acid, it will be around 4, but benzoic acid pK value will be around 4.21. But now in this case, if we increase if we attach one electron donating group like CH3 at the para position, what will happen? Definitely acidity will decrease. And here pK value will increase, its value will be 4.24. Okay. Now if we attach one plus R group by resonance, this group can increase the electron density in the benzene ring. Then what will happen if we introduce the OH group, that is para-hydroxybenzoic acid? Definitely its acidity will decrease and its value will be near about 4.6. So the acid state is continuously decreased from nitrobenzene to chlorobenzene, then benzoic acid, then para-methyl benzoic acid, then para-hydroxybenzoic acid. Okay, so this will be the order. Now if we consider the ortho-substituted benzoic acids, they are unusually stronger acids, okay, compared to the benzoic acid. It may be electron donating group, it may be electron withdrawing group, okay. So regardless the nature of the substituent, whether the electron donating group or withdrawing group, this is called ortho effect, okay, and it's probably due to the combination of the steric and electronic factor. That means I want to tell one thing, that COOH here, if we introduce one methyl group at the ortho position, definitely what you will think? You will think that as this one is electron donating group, definitely acidity of this ortho-methyl benzoic acid will be less. But actually because of ortho effect, two effects are there. One is steric effect, another is stereoelectronic effect. Okay, because of ortho effect, the acidity will be higher. Understand? Next we will discuss the acidity order of benzoic acid of the different isomers of hydroxybenzoic acids. First we want to discuss that ortho-hydroxybenzoic acid. Okay, so the OH group here has minus I effect and tends to decrease the electron density at all positions. OH groups also have plus R effect. It tends to increase the electron density at ortho and para position, while meta position is not markedly affected. Here plus R effect is more powerful than the minus I effect, and the net effect is the increase in the electron density at ortho and para positions, while there is a decrease of electron density at the meta position. The OH group present in the para-hydroxy benzoic acid has overall electron releasing effect. Hence para-hydroxy benzoic acid is weaker than benzoic acid. Okay, so if I draw the other isomers also, then you can easily understand. This one is the meta hydroxy benzoic acid. Next, this one is the benzoic acid. Okay, next one is the para-hydroxy benzoic acid. Now if we write the pK value, we can easily understand the acidic order or acidic strength. Okay, so its pK value will be around 3.0. In case of meta, it will be around 4.1, and in case of only benzoic acid is 4.2, and in case of para, so its value is less. Okay, acid pK value is higher, but acid is less than benzoic acid. Now here one thing you have to understand that whenever we are introducing one OH group at the meta position, there is no plus or only minus I effect. That is why this meta hydroxy benzoic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid. But in case of para, there is plus R effect. Okay, so because of this plus R effect, it will destabilize, okay, the carboxylate anion. And in case of ortho, okay, there is also ortho effect also here, as well as this OH group, okay, will increase the acidity at the ortho position. So in this way we can easily understand the order of the acidity order of this hydroxybenzoic acid. So this one is the highest acidic, then this meta hydroxy, then benzoic acid, then the para hydroxybenzoic acid. Now if we consider the phenols, phenols are weaker acids than carboxylic acids. Okay, because both of these phenol or benzoic acid will liberate H plus in aqueous solution, but in case of carboxylate anion, it will form two equivalent resonating structure, that is very much stable compared to the resonance of the phenoxide ion. So in case of acetic acid, if we consider, it will also release one proton forming the corresponding carboxylate anion, and now this carboxylate anion, because of resonance, it will form two equivalent structure. So here the one negative charge is distributed between two oxygen atoms, and these two structures are equivalent. Okay, equivalent resonance structure. And they are highly stable because each structure will contribute to the resonance side 50%. But if we consider the phenol, phenol will also liberate one H plus, forming phenoxide ion. Okay, now this phenoxide ion will be only stabilized by resonance, but this is not so much stable at this like this carboxyl ion. That is why phenol are weaker acidic. Okay, but if we think about the alcohol ROH, after releasing proton, there will be no stability of the alkoxide ion because this plus I effect of this R group will destabilize this alkoxide ion. So its acidity will be the least. So the acidity order of this carboxylic acid will be highest. Then phenol will come. It is weaker acid compared to the carboxylic acid, but it is more acidic compared to the alcohol. Next, the alcohol will come. Okay, so in this way we can easily explain the relative acidity order of the carboxylic acid, phenol, and alcohol. Next, we will discuss the other chemical properties of this carboxylic acid, which will break the OH bond, okay, forming H plus. First, we will discuss the action with litmus. We know that blue litmus solution turns red in acid solution. Here also carboxylic acids, all carboxylic acids turns blue litmus red. But there may be some problem of solubility. Suppose we can think about benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is not water soluble properly. So if you apply heat in hot water, it is water soluble. Then if you add blue litmus, it will turn red color. Otherwise, you have to soluble in alcohol. Okay. Next, we will discuss the reaction with metals. Carboxylic acids will react with metals like the active metals like sodium, potassium, calcium to form their corresponding salt, and there will be evolution of the hydrogen gas. If we think about the acetic acid CH3COOH, that will react with the sodium, okay, and forming the corresponding salt and hydrogen gas. So here twice CH3COOH will react with twice Na, forming twice chlorine and hydrogen gas. And if we take some aromatic acid, It will react in the same way. It will also liberate hydrogen gas and forming the sodium salt. Okay. Next we will discuss the reaction with alkali. We know that base and acid will react each other forming salt and water. Here also the carboxylic acid will react with the base or alkali like sodium hydroxide forming the corresponding salt and water. If we take CH3COOH, that will react with NaOH forming CH3COONA plus 1. Next we will discuss the reaction with metal carbonates and bicarbonates. If we use metal carbonate, it will definitely react with this acetic acid or any acid, okay, carboxylic acid forming the corresponding salt, water and carbon dioxide. And bicarbonate also will show the same type of reaction, that will also react with this acid forming sodium salt and water and carbon dioxide. So twice CH3COOH will react with sodium carbonate solution forming the sodium salt plus there will be formation of carbon dioxide gas plus water. Okay. Now if we take bicarbonate, CH3COOH acetic acid will react with this bicarbonate also forming the CH3COONA plus carbon dioxide gas plus water. Next we will discuss the reaction involving cleavage of bond between carbon and OH group. Now we just this type of reaction, that is reaction with metal, reaction with base, they are breaking the OH bond. And now we will discuss the cleavage of this carbon and O bond. This bond cleavage we will discuss. This type of reaction we will discuss. That is the formation of acid derivative. First we want to discuss the conversion of acid into acid anhydride. Okay. So if we take the acetic acid and if we add dehydrating agent like phosphorus pentoxide, definitely it will produce the acetic anhydride. Here also you can use the acetyl chloride and acetic acid in presence of pyridine. That is acetic acid will react with acetyl chloride in presence of pyridine forming the corresponding acid anhydride, acidic anhydride. Last there will be formation of HCl. Okay. This HCl will react with the pyridine as a base and forming the salt. Okay. Next we will discuss one very important reaction that you have already read in class 10 organic chemistry. That is the esterification reaction. We know that carboxylic acids on heating with alcohols in presence of strong dehydrating agent like concentrated sulfuric acid yield esters, and this reaction is known as esterification reaction. So CH3COOH will react with alcohol C2H5OH. This is a reversible reaction in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid catalytic amount forming the ester CH3C double bond O C2H5, and this one is called ethyl acetate plus water. Okay. Now this mechanism is important in your syllabus, so you have to understand the mechanism of this esterification reaction. I have already discussed in alcohol also. Here also I am discussing that this mechanism of this reaction. First step 1. First this H2SO4 will dissociate into H plus H2SO4 minus, and this acetic acid oxygen, carbonyl oxygen will be protonated. accept the proton. This H plus will accept this H plus, and the acid will be protonated. This is the first step of the esterification reaction. Okay, and this protonated structure of carboxylic acid is stabilized by resonance. This type of resonance will happen here. Okay. In the second step, what will happen? A molecule of alcohol will act as a nucleophile, and it will attack the carbonyl carbon. So in the second step, that CH3C protonated acid will be attacked by alcohol. Okay, so this is the second step, and there is formation of one oxonium ion. On oxygen there is a positive charge, so this is called oxonium ion. Okay, and in the third step, the oxonium ion form, okay, in the second step, loses a proton to keep the tetrahedral intermediate in its neutral form. Okay, so in step 3, what will happen? This oxonium ion release the proton. That which will accept this proton and forming a neutral molecule. Next we will discuss the step 4 reaction. So in step 4 what will happen? This OH, any one of these OH will be protonated. Okay, in the second stage the tetrahedral intermediate gets protonated, okay, on one of its hydroxyl group. Okay, so this will write this one CH3 COH OH O C2H5. And from this protonated alcohol, it will take the proton. It will take the proton. All are reversible reactions. Okay. So CH3 C OH OH2 plus O C2H5. Next, in the step 5, the protonated intermediate loses a water molecule to give the protonated ester. Okay. So in step 5, what will happen? It will lose the water molecule and forming the protonated ester. Next, in the last step, what will happen? That these protonated esters loses a proton to form neutral ester molecule. Okay. So in the step 6, this protonated ester proton. And forming the corresponding ester. This one is nothing but ethyl acetate. So in this way we have completed the mechanism, okay, of the esterification, that is that contains, okay, 6 steps. Okay, so if you practice, it will be very easy for you. Okay. Next we will discuss that the conversion of acid into acid chloride. For conversion of acid into acid chloride, different types of chlorinating agent we can use. First one, we can think about PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, or we can use PCl3, thionyl chloride. All reactions I am showing. So first, CH3COOH, if we use PCl5, that is phosphorus pentachloride, that will produce the corresponding acetyl chloride, CH3COCl. This is our desired product, and PCl5 will convert it into phosphorus oxychloride, POCl3 plus HC. In lieu of PCl5, we can also use PCl3. So then thrice CH3COOH will react with this PCl3, forming the CH3COCl, acetyl chloride plus H3PO3, plus there will be formation of PCl3. It will be PCl3 formation of thrice CH3COCl plus H3PO3. So this one is phosphorus dichloride. Another reagent we can use, that is thionyl chloride. This is the best method because there the side products are gas. It will produce CH3COCl plus formation of sulfur dioxide plus HCl. So these are all gas. So workup, final workup is not required. So after the reaction, just if we only dry the product, this sulfur dioxide and HCl will go out, okay, and we get the pure product. And if we think about the aromatic acid, same reagents will work. Suppose if we take benzoic acid, if we give PCl5, same thing will happen. Okay, then we will get the benzoyl chloride. If we use PCl3, we will get the benzoyl chloride. And so if you use the thionyl chloride reaction, we will give benzoyl chloride plus SO2 plus HC. Actually, thionyl chloride is the best method for preparation of this acid chloride. And here this pyridine will remove this HCl. Okay, it will form salt. Okay, generally pyridine is used as base in this reaction. Next we will discuss the conversion of acid into amides. If we take any acid and if we react with ammonia, first it will form the corresponding ammonium salt, because ammonia is a basic nature and carboxylic acids will react with this base forming salt. If we apply heat to this ammonium salt, it will form amide and water. Okay, so CH3 COOH will react with ammonia, forming the CH3 COOH4 minus and plus ammonium salt, and if we apply heat strongly, then it will form the amide, acid amide, plus there will be formation of water. In case of aromatic acid also, there will be same type of reaction. Benzoic acid, and ammonia, definitely it will form the corresponding ammonium salt minus and NH4 plus, and if we apply heat, then it will form the benzamide, the formation of water. But if we take 1,2 dicarboxylic benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid, that is called phthalic acid. Here if we use ammonia excess, then it will convert both diamine salt of this carboxylic acid now if we apply heat, definitely it will form amide, 2-amide group. At 1 and 2 position of the benzene, and this is called phthalamide. But if we heat it strongly, okay, then what will happen? There will be liberation of ammonia and formation of phthalimide. A new compound will be formed. It's called phthalimide. Gas formation of ammonia. Okay. So in this way we can easily prepare the amides from carboxylic acid. Hope you can understand. So today up to this, and next day we will discuss more chemical properties or reactions of this carboxylic